Well, good morning, flockers. Yes, we have just arrived. We're a few minutes tardy getting here for the stream. Totally Uman's fault. Always the Uman's fault. Isn't that right, Max? Here you go. How's that look? Okay. Max. That's right, Max. Yeah. Always blame the human. Here, Lucky. So glad everybody's joining us today. Let's go in a little bit and let's adjust that down. Yes, Max is in a chewing mood. So really glad everybody is joining us. Aren't you, Max? Oh yeah. Would you like another block? Another block? I got blue. Max, not that. You can chew this. Okay, you chew this. And I'm going to go get you. Did you hear the microwave go? Do we have eggies? Yeah? Are you excited? Yeah. Are you excited that there might be eggies? Yeah. So you know the routine. Yes, Max. You just have to cool a little bit. How do you want to eat them today? Do you want Max? Do you want an eggy cone or do you want to eat off utensils? You want utensils? All right. Let me dig up a fork. Hey, Max. This one's still kind of hot. Oh, I've lost you. I'm sorry, flockers. See, that's what happens when I walk into the kitchen to grab something for Max to eat. Hey, Max. Would you like an egg? Do you want the egg? Take the fork. Yes, typical Max fashion. Well, hello, Fox is joining us live. Hello, Fox. Hello, Tango. We have the dogs in the house. Oh, thank you, Max. You dropped that, huh? Would you like some more? We can get you some more egg. Max, yeah, be good. Like some more egg? Here, like fork? I always laugh at the fact that the foot has to hold the egg on the fork for Max. He's almost got the idea, and then he goes and grabs it with his foot. Actually, Nerd Fox is absolutely adorable. You should check out his YouTube page. I think Fox and Max would get along super well. Fox loves to play catch. Max loves to play flame. Is that not a match made in heaven? Hey, Max. I have more egg. Oh, I'm going to keep your head down, bud. I'm going to keep you in. Got that? Hold tight. See, Greenbird's here, Connie's here, of course, Tango Elliott, Sue, Mookie, you know, I'll say Lou's here. We've actually got a really good turnout today. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I've been working on this week, which has been let's just backtrack a little bit. recently there were some pretty significant winter storms in Texas. And a sanctuary that I've been following for a lot of years that does a lot of good work. We talked about them a bit last week. Magnolia Exotic Bird Sanctuary. They're located in Magnolia, Texas. And they were hit pretty hard by the winter storm. Had to do a lot to prepare for that. And they know they've got a lot to do to prepare for the next time they have bad weather, whether it's a winter storm, whether it's a hurricane. You know, a lot of things are outside of their control. But we wanted to do something beyond just making a donation. And we reached out and decided that we would volunteer what we can do, which is talking about them on social media. And we've been working really closely with Candace and Sharon this week to put together a very special video. Now, this video is a little bit different from what we usually work on. You know, pretty obvious. It's not just going to be Max playing. Actually, Max does not appear in the video at all. That is quite a departure as well. But we really wanted to focus on the sanctuary, talk about, oh, Max, not on the floor, talk about how they, I'm going to walk up to the camera. I'm going to move the camera. What? Yeah, you want. Talk a little bit about, you know, how they prepared for the storm, how they weathered the storm, some of the losses during the storm, as well as plans for the future. And we put that together in a video, working closely with them. And that video is going to be premiering immediately after this. So noon Calgary time. Right now it's almost 11 o'clock Calgary time. So whatever time, if you're watching us live, thank you, Max. Yes, I know you want this. Oh, that's a pretty big piece. No, take the fork. So we're actually kind of excited about this. It's something totally different, but I think it's really important to tell their story and, you know, really talk about some of the impact that weather can have on our flocks. So that's coming out very shortly. We talked a little bit last week about Magnolia and what they did to prepare. If you were here and if you've been following the socials, you'll know Magnolia did lose 2 parrots during the storm. You know, basically the weather was just too cold, even with everything tarped, but electricity was out. There's only so much they could do. They also had a couple of injuries, and those injuries were also caused by the cold, you know, frostbitten toes. This is not something a parrot ever expects to experience, but, you know, when a storm like that happens, there's really nothing you can do about it. Yeah, Max, we're just down to little bits here. You let me hold the fork. Okay. So we've got that coming out, and I'm really hoping, I'm going to ask 2 things of everybody here. And after you've watched the stream, I want you to go watch that video. After you've watched that video, I want you to share that video. I want you to share it on social media. I want you to share it in email, just send a link to friends. Let's get the word out, and let's help Magnolia find a way to prepare for future storms. You know, donate if you can. Absolutely. I know many of you have already donated, but if you can't donate, you can donate your social media feed. You can help promote them. You can talk about Magnolia. You can say, hey, let's go support this wonderful bird rescue. Chris says, the weather has a big impact. For me, it's the cost of heating the aviary. You need to keep that red butt warm. Oh, absolutely, Chris. During the storm, Magnolia, they lost power. I mean, They had, they bought extra heaters, they bought extra heat lamps, they had tarped everything up. Every aviary had nest boxes where the birds could go shelter from some of the elements. But when you lose power and when temperatures dip well below freezing, tropical birds are just not built for that. And the fact that 150 survived is absolutely incredible. But the thing to remember as well is even with 150 surviving, it is quite possible that, the next time a storm hits, the weather dips just 1 or 2 degrees lower, that story could be very, very different. We can make sure that it's going to be a story of triumph, a story of survival for every birdie, a story of a bit more comfort for the birds, for the flock. So that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. Yes, Chris, they did an absolutely incredible job. They were thinking on their feet. They knew what they needed to do to prepare. They did it. And now, groups like Magnolia, they depend on volunteers. Magnolia is run, it's family run. There are three main members of the family that run the sanctuary. They have one part-time staff member who works 16 hours a week. He's the only person who is paid. And they have 4 regularly scheduled volunteers, as well as a smattering of other volunteers. But when the storm hit, all of their volunteers, apart from the core volunteers who run that sanctuary, under their 24/7, all of their volunteers were also faced with the storm. All of their volunteers lost power. All of their volunteers had problems with water. All of their volunteers had no heat. All of their volunteers had families to take care of. Roads were in really bad shape. Remember, down in Texas, they don't get snow. They don't get ice. They're not prepared to drive in those conditions. Most have never driven in those conditions in their life. Let's swim story, Max. I'm busy building up a toy and I throw it on the ground. How mean is that? Let me work on the next one for you. I'm sorry. It's just going to be a minute, Max. He's watching me. He knows what I'm working on here. Sort of a little bit of a wooden foraging toy. Oh, come on. So none of their volunteers were able to come out and help, so they had to do everything themselves. And they also had to take care of their own family. And when you lose heat, when you lose power, there's a lot going on. Hey, buddy, what is it? Blocks inside of a roll. Yeah, foraging fun. Foraging fun. Yeah, absolutely, ornithology, dude. It's not just about birds. People also have lives. The birds are super, super important. But, I think everybody did the best they could. And, the fact that they had such a positive outcome was just incredible. Yes, Doris, they did lose 2 birds, and they had a couple that were injured with frostbitten toes. Check out the full story when we release the video. As I said, it will release in exactly 59 minutes from now if you're watching us live. So yeah, so that was a video we were working on this week. We've had a really, really busy week around here. I've had work and everything else. YouTube had a bit of a glitch on Thursday, and I apologize. I did not notice on Thursday that my Thursday video did not release as scheduled. And I thought, well, people are being kind of quiet in the comment feed, but hey, I had people commenting on previous videos, and I didn't realize until that evening completely that, that video did not go out. So we did put one out on Friday, and we'll have videos going out next week. Not quite sure what happened to that video. I did delete it and re-upload it, so it will be waiting for you next week. Hey, Max, did you drop something? Can I reach in? Oh, Max. Oh, that is so far down. I'm reaching over top of cameras. What do you see? Your paper and everything? Yeah, take it. Oh, does it bounce? Would you like a roll without anything? Okay, that's acceptable today. Fox, thank you for joining us today. Hope that we see you out on another stream, and make sure your hooman gives you some snacks as well. Yeah, thanks, Fox. Have a great day. So, yeah, so that's some of what we've been up to this week. Weather in Calgary has been variable. Early this week, if you've been on socials, you probably noticed that we got to sneak outside for a very short walk. Temperatures had risen above freezing. You know, it wasn't super warm, not the kind of weather you're going to sit on the patio for an hour, but we did go for a short walk, and Max certainly appreciated that. Here, let's move this around here. There you go, Max. Yeah. There. People don't want to look at the, can we get this a little further over? Yeah, we seem to have our choice here of doors. Keep going, oh, there's a wall in the way, that's why. Okay, Max. So we did get outside for a little bit of a walk. Max, no chewing on that. There we go. Want a scritchy? We can give you a scritchy, but no chewing. Whoops. Yeah, that probably helps. You probably want to see the scritchy rather than see my arm coming in. Yeah, there you go, Max. Oh, look at that brand new feather coming in. Yeah. Oh, all the feather powder. Yeah, Max, that's good. That's good. Yeah. That was kind of fun, Max. Nice scritchy. So, Max, what do you want to do right now? Do you want... Let's see what we've got to play with today. You want to do a puzzle? Yay! That was good. Can you put the puzzle piece back? That's right, Max. Can you do another one? Can you pick it up? Can you pick it up? Okay, I think that one was a no to that puzzle. Do you want your big puzzle, buddy? You know, one of these days, Max, you're actually going to do your big puzzle on camera. And that'll be pretty exciting. I'm just going to move the light so I'm not going to trip over it. Bang! Next one. The pink one, maybe? Oh. Can you put it in? What? I know, it's easier to throw. You want the purple one? Nope, today was about one puzzle piece. What else have we got for you, Max? Max! Hey, this is exciting. Do you know what we got? You know what we got? No chewing on it, but you can play music. Is that fun? No chewing on the back, hon. Come on. Play music. No chewing on the keys. Isn't that fun, Max? Hey, chill with the beak. Yeah. Be a gentle bird. On the back. Oh, those are little feet on the back. Yeah. Play smart. No chewing. You can play. Is that exciting? No chew. Wow, Tico. Now, Max, you can actually be gentler with this, you know. No chewing on the back. Come on. Are you done? Okay. Well, Chef Dad. Max really loves things that make sounds, and he's definitely figured out that he can manipulate his environment. You're done. Okay. You're done with Jingle Ball. What about some blocks? You want some blocks? Block. Red. Orange. Orange? Green? Nope. Okay. Okay. I think Max is saying he's done with blocks. Okay. That's fine, Max. You don't have to play with blocks. Let's see what else we've got. Would you like a box? You're over here. And now you climb up. I think you did that on purpose, Max. I think you did. Here. So, Max, would you like a block tower? Red, green, pink, blue, orange, teal, yellow, blue, and another teal. And if you remember what happened last week, Max took out the entire tower and he looked pretty pleased with himself. So what do you think is going to happen? Is he going to take it apart piece by piece today, or is he going to take out the entire tower? Okay. Hi, Cheryl. So yeah, what do you think? Is he going to take out the whole tower, or is he going to take it out piece by piece? Oh, hope Harley doesn't show up. Yeah, French Paul. That would sure give Max some competition. Max has yet to learn that he can kick towers over. Yeah, and if you ever had a bad night performing, you'll say Max laid an egg, huh? Ornithology dude says, I'll have 4 eggs, Tango. Okay, Max, would you like your set of blocks? I don't think I was supposed to knock those over for you, Max. Let's see what I can reach. You sure did a good job tossing these, buddy. We're going to have an incomplete stack of blocks. Green, pink, blue, orange, and teal. This time, maybe I'll see if I can do this without knocking it over. Good job, Max. Good job. Would you like some boats? Would you like a stack of boats? do it. Do it on your own, bud. Or you prefer me to hold them, huh? How about we put orange on top? No, and we are done with the boats. Yeah, Max is sort of in a bit of a mood. He doesn't know what he wants to play with. Want some Legos to choose? Or drop? A little closer. Pop up a little bit. What I always find quite fascinating is Max understands the concept of things containing things. He likes to take things apart one piece at a time, notwithstanding the Lego today. But it was just sort of a case of, I'll take this piece, I'll take this piece, I'll take this piece. Max, don't know what you're in the mood for. Would you like to show what you do with an egg carton? Egg carton chilies? Or tossies? Tossies work too. I actually quite like egg cartons. They can be fun to use for foraging toys. Put some tasty treats inside, close the carton. Sometimes you can even cut the carton down so it's smaller size. And the flock gets to break into the carton to get to the toy. Foraging is always important for the flock. It gives them something to do, something to keep busy with. And a busy bird is a happy bird. The worst thing you could have is a bored bird, because bored birds get into all sorts of trouble. And that's probably one of the reasons why Max has so many different varieties of things to play with. Want that? No, we didn't want that one either. Max, are you thirsty? Hey, Maxwell. And that, or do you want some more? Your beak's dripping all over. Is that good? Okay. So Max did learn how to drink out of cups when we were doing a lot of social outings. He also sees me drink out of cups. But what's really cool is when we're out and Max is thirsty, there's always a way for him to get a drink. You know, sometimes there's a faucet that runs water. I can cup water in my hand. But Max has learned water comes from different sources. It does not just come from one food bowl. That was rude, Tico. Yeah. So he can actually, you know, he's learned how to drink out of cups. He's learned how to drink out of glasses, paper cups. So if we're ever out and about and he's thirsty, I can get him a drink from wherever. Even if I don't have a tap available, it just makes it really, really easy. And it's a bit of an adventure for him as well. It took a while to teach him that cups actually contain something that was drinkable. Yeah, he was thirsty. He needs a shower today. He's probably going to get one a little bit later on. Well, when we shower, we do look at the weather in Calgary. I don't like showering Max at night if the weather's cold, because if you have an emergency or something, you don't want to be dealing with wet dirt. But when the weather's a little bit warmer, a bit nicer in the middle of the day, you know, that's when we'll go off and grab a shower. Right, Max? Yeah. So we did get, as I was saying earlier, we did get outside for a little while this week. And that was absolutely glorious. So we popped outside. We went for a very short walk in the community, just sort of around our place. And Max enjoyed it. As soon as he gets outside in the sunshine, his immediate reaction is to start balking. I mean, he will balk indoors, but if you've been following us for a while, you know the way to get Max to balk is to put him outside in the sun, and he really, really is happy about that, and he's really quite willing to start balking and start entertaining. So that's always fun. Yeah, he's feeling a bit spring yet. Yeah, we had a couple of warm days this week, warm enough that we could step outside for a few minutes. Max was excited. He peeked in one of our neighbors' windows. He was actually kind of cute. He was trying to stand on his tiptoes and see what was up there. Neighbor was in the window at the time looking down, so that was super, super cute. He saw some people walking past, got very, very chatty with them. You know, he balked, he looked at the snow, he looked at the trees, wondered, why are all the trees naked? They don't have any green leaves on them. What's going on? So, you know, he checked out his environment. When we're able to start streaming again outdoors and we have the nice weather, you'll see he reacts very differently when he's outside in the sun, watching people drive past. It's not about toys. It's not about anything. I mean, we get a little bit of a scritchy in, we have some snacks, and Max supervises the entire world as it goes past. He really enjoys doing that. And he can do that a bit from his window, from his cage, you know, but it's not the same as being outside. So Max absolutely loves that. So that night after we were outside, I looked out the window in the evening and we had a bit of a blizzard happening. Some areas of Calgary had thunder snow. That was a thunderstorm mixed with hail, snow, and a few drops of rain, but you know, it was pretty nasty out. And then it got cold. Alexa, current temperature.
Right now, it's minus 10 degrees Celsius. Today, expect a high of minus 4 degrees.
So minus 10 right now, coming up to minus 4. Yeah, of course, that's Celsius. Don't panic. If you're in the States, you know, we are on Celsius up here. So that means that it is still below freezing. You know, we're not even going to think about going outside. I've had a few people ask what temperature Max likes going outside in. First thing I remind them is Max lives indoors. He is used to regulated temperatures. He's quite happy when the house is set at, 21 degrees Celsius. That is a comfortable indoor temperature for him. And that's what he's used to. And that's what I'm used to. My rule of thumb is if I can step outside wearing short sleeves and go for a bit of a walk without, not necessarily a long walk, I might just be outside for 5 minutes, but if I'm reasonably comfortable out there, then Max is going to be reasonably comfortable. If I'm too cold, it's too cold for Max. If I'm way too hot, Max is probably going to be overheating. And then we come inside and we seek a bit of shelter. So just depending on the weather. So I use myself as a bit of a barometer. But having said that, Max also has his own opinions. He doesn't talk the way that you and I do. But if I take him outside and he decides that he wants to go inside, he'll lean towards the door, bob his head. He knows how to drive his human perch as if they are a Segway. He can say, hey, let's go over here. I want to walk over here. And instead of walking, he just leans and he knows that, are you climbing or chewing? Okay. But Max does understand how to manipulate his environment, and he does understand how to, get his human to do something. It's too cold. Please don't chew on that. Here. You want to chew on something? How about we turn the box? Look at this. What's in here? There a hole? Or is there something to trip over? Okay. Greenbird says pollen has started where they are, and the human is not amused. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Pollen season's not a lot of fun. But if Max wants to go inside, he makes no bones about it. He can drive me to get inside. I think I've told this story before, but last summer I'd gone for a short walk around the complex. I knew the storm was coming in later on, but it wasn't too bad. And Max a couple of times sort of was hinting, maybe we shouldn't be out here. I said, no, we're fine. The storm's a ways off. And as I came around the complex and we got a good view of the sky, I went, okay, maybe that storm's a little bit closer, but it's still a ways off. And Max said, well, it's windy. Yeah, the wind's not going to hurt you. It's absolutely good for a bit of wind to blow through your feathers. It'll help get rid of some of the cockatoo dust. And Max looked at me and he sort of hinted that he wanted to go home. And I said, well, we'll go home eventually. Let's just finish our walk first. And then he said, no, I want to go home now. And started really leaning, bobbing his head. And I started scanning. And this was sort of at the edge of the city. Started to see, is there a coyote? Is there perhaps a bird of prey in the air? What was he getting upset about? He seemed really fixated on the storm. And I said, it's a ways off. At that point, a drop of rain hit me. And at this point, Max is saying, do you understand? We got to go home. And he was so eager to get inside out of the rain. I don't know, is he going to melt if he gets hit by rain? That he actually encouraged me to jog home with him. Not walk, but jog. You know me, I don't jog for anything. So he was in a really big rush to get home as soon as that rain hit. He does not like rain outside. Don't chew on that. But, it's fine when he's in the shower. It's fine when it's a spray bottle. But dripping out of the sky? No, he does not like that idea at all. Max? Here. What am I doing, huh? Am I being silly? You want scritchies? Let's get you a bit of scritchies. I saw a brand new feather coming in here earlier that I really wanted to pinch. There we go. I'm going to be careful. I know. I know. New feathers. Hi. No, we didn't want that. Maxwell. Maxwell. No chewing on that. You're right. I need to give you something to distract you. Okay, let's see. What have we got here? Would you like a tower of blocks? Yes, I'll just start throwing them on the floor for you, Max. Would that help? Let's see how well Max can play Jenga. Hey, Max. Come on, turn around. I don't want you to knock this over with your tail. There you go. What is it? Is it a stack of blocks? What happened? Okay, let's grab a few more blocks. Hi, Tico. Well, Max, you can't tell me you don't have anything to play with. Yeah, he did hear me talking about the great outdoors. Maybe he wants to go out, but it is too cold. Not the kind of weather he can pop out in today. So, what are you thinking, Max? What are you doing? Are you walking out of the range of the camera? There we go. What kind of trouble are you going to get into? No, Max, up. We've already talked about the baseboards. Yes, we have. Max, You're a big bird, but I did say What? So you dropped it, so you have to go down and get it? Don't think it works quite like that. No, I don't. Wait. Okay. Maxwell, up. You need more blocks to play with? I'll get you some. We are not self-serving on the floor today. Had that discussion. Here you go. Here you go. Have fun? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, you're just going to sit quietly now? You know, sitting quietly with a bird never lasts. It's a 5-minute thing. You think? You have toys to play with, you have stuff to do, and you're just going to sit there and do nothing? Okay. Up, 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 up. The wrong direction for up, buddy. Come on. Come here. Oh, poor Max. Come on up. Come on up. Okay, now I've got a Velcro bird happening. What do you think, Max? What do you think? What do you think, huh? Okay, Max, do you want to maybe sit with me? How about I move the box? And what about if, let's check. If he would, okay. Just going to toss stuff down so I've got a chair to sit on. There. Okay. All right, Max, you want to sit with me? You sit? Now, smart. And I grabbed my phone. So what I'm going to do here is log on to YouTube here so I can see some of your comments. And maybe we can do some comments while Max is sitting on top of me. Yeah. Maybe Max wants to watch himself on the phone too. What do you think, Max? Oh, scritchy time. Is that right? Is that right? Okay, now if I did this right, I'm not going to see, I'm not going to hear myself. So, oh yeah, Max just wants a bit of love right now. And sometimes he does, you know, that's just what he wants. He wants to hang out. He wants to scritch. He wants to snuggle. I do stay off the camera for the most part. This may not be the most flattering angle. It's really set up for Max, not for me. Isn't that right, Max? Yeah. A comfy scritch. Tango says, okay, we voted and we want you dance off camera so we can see what he does. Right now I've got him sitting on me, so he's not going to dance with me, but I will absolutely do so. Max knows how to dance, don't you, buddy? Don't you? We'll just see how long he wants the scritches. I'm just hoping he does not decide to hop on my arm and encourage it to lay an egg. That's what happened last time, wasn't it, Max? Yeah. No, he's very opinionated what he wants, and he'll tell me. Not right. Oh, scritchy, scritchy. Yeah. New feathers coming in. And Max is slightly off the camera, so shift that down. There we go. There we go. Max, it should be about you, not me. There we go. There, scritchies. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that. Oh, under that wing. Only for a minute, though. We don't want to encourage anything. Yeah. When Max was young, not that young. When Max first came to live with me and we first started engaging, he did not like having his head touched at all. He was scared of it. I think he expected me to do something untoward. Doing, bud? What are you doing? Hi. What? Oh, here. Sit on the leg. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna climb over. Over here. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that right? Yeah. So he didn't like that. So we actually learned different ways to scratch. You know, now he's pretty good about his head, but he does not like strangers touching him on the head, and he's got to be in the mood. Yeah. Yeah. Is that a good scritchy? Yeah. Thank you for stepping off me. No, I'm going to hang out with you for a minute because I don't want you to think that just stepping off me gets me to evict. Because otherwise, I'll never get you to step off me when I want you to. Yeah. When you want scritches or something. Yeah. No. Okay. Get hair out of your face. What you doing? What you doing? So, thanks, Doris. This was actually just a t-shirt. It's comfy, it's washable, and when you have a bird, you know that you need to wear stuff that is washable. Oh yeah, he definitely feels safe right now. So there seems to be egg roulette happening in the comments. I always find it amusing, some of the conversations that happen in the comments section. And Ornithology Dude seems to be having a bit of discussion around eggs. Connie, I certainly hope Max is not laying eggs. I'd be in for one heck of a surprise. I think we are talking about Ornithology Dude. He works with a lot of falcons and raptors, and I think we're talking about one of those. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I probably should be wearing one of Max's shirts. Right now, I'm just wearing my own, but we do have some Max merchandise out there. If you are interested in picking up some Max merchandise, excuse me, Max, I'm going to stand. There we go. If you are interested in picking up some Max merchandise, we've got it at our store, Teespring, Max Moluccan. Link is in the comments. What we are doing for the month of February, any donation or any purchases of merchandise from our store, all of the proceeds are being donated to Magnolia Exotic Bird Sanctuary. So I think that is a good thing. So if you're looking for an excuse to pick up a shirt, some box socks, yeah, there's a lot of stuff there as well. Even if you're not into clothing, there's some shopping, some of the carrier shopping bags. There's phone cases, pillows, mugs, a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So anything there. And of course, we're also encouraging you to donate directly to Magnolia. Link is in the comment section here. I know I said this before, but I'm going to say it again for anybody joining in, because I think it's really important. We were talking about Magnolia earlier, and they're a sanctuary in Texas. And we put together a video that talks about their story of preparing for the storm, weathering the storm, and their plans for the future. We do talk about some of the tragic losses at the sanctuary during the storm. And it was, we really do get a look at how large the sanctuary really is. If you have a bird and you clean up after 1 or 2, 5, 10 birds inside your house, that's one thing. Absolutely. I know the struggle of cleaning bird cages. I have a very small number of bird cages. They are big birds, but it's a lot of work. Now, imagine trying to clean and keep an aviary running with multiple buildings, multiple cages, and over 150 birds. Now, it just boggles the mind, just the amount of space needed, the amount of work. It really, really is amazing. Yeah, so, they deserve some of our help. I mean, they're doing some good work. Most of the birds that are still at the sanctuary, and this is something that Candace was telling me when I was talking to her. She said most of the birds at the sanctuary, they are not adoptable. A lot of them have behavioral problems. Some of them are, perhaps not the healthiest. They have a lot of plucked birds, a lot of birds that have been abused in the past, and they're there to give them a really good home. And Candace made a really interesting observation about a sanctuary. A sanctuary, when you have a house, you have 1 or 2 birds, you can give them a lot of one-on-one time. You can give them a lot of the attention that they crave. I see Max is going to take a nap right now. But with the sanctuary, it's more like, a large foster home or an orphanage where there's only so many people, only so much attention to go around. And absolutely, when they have volunteers coming in, volunteers might even just come in and interact with the birds and just sit and cuddle birds for a couple of hours. I mean, the birds are craving the attention. A lot of them have come out of houses, and they have a lot of work to do, and everybody can make a difference. We can't all rush down and volunteer at the sanctuary. For me, different country, obviously, and it's quite a distance away. But what we can do is we can support them. We can do a small monetary donation, and we don't all have some spare money. But if you don't have some spare money, I want you to spread the word about Magnolia. The video that is premiering in 9 minutes now, about Magnolia and the storm, I want you to share that on social media. I want you to tweet it out. I want you to post the link on Facebook. Mention it on Instaflock. After this, I will post up on Instaflock link to it in stories and everything so it can be easily promoted. If you have friends who like birds, email them the URL, just that link for the story. Let's get that word out, and let's see if we can help Magnolia raise some of the needed funds, and let's see how well prepared we can get them for the next bad weather event. So I think it is pretty important. Now, Tango did ask me to dance off camera, but I think Max is more in the mood to take a nap right now. So I'm going to talk, I think we'll save dancing off camera for next week, but I'll make a note of it, and we'll see, if in addition to music, maybe Max wants to do a bit of a dance. Yeah, Sue comments, it makes me sad to think what Max suffered unfairly. Absolutely. Max's story's on the channel. Max was living in a basement. Life started off great, took a bit of a left turn. He started acting out, and it spiraled. You know, he was a rescue, and many people would have said he's screaming, he's biting, he's just this horrible, horrible monster, the Amityville Horror with wings. You know, most people would say that bird is not adoptable. That bird is not rehomable. And, you know, too often that happens to birds, and they end up at places like Magnolia, you know, which is a great place for them to be. It's better if we can get them into homes. And certainly Magnolia adopts out a lot of birds every year as they can. You know, but we can all make the difference. But I think for me, when I look at Magnolia, I see that as a place that, you know, slightly different environment, you know, slightly different way of things going. That could have been where Max could have ended up, you know. And I think the birds there, they are really no different than Max. Max is fortunate. He has a home. You know, he has one-on-one attention, and he didn't just suffer through a horrible, horrible winter storm. You know, these other birds, not quite so lucky. So let's do what we can just to make their lives a little bit better. So, you know, I'm going to get off my soapbox there. We were talking a bit about Max merchandise. Any merchandise that you purchase in the month of February, the proceeds of which are going to be donated to Magnolia Exotic Bird Sanctuary. You know, quite honestly, I'll probably wait a couple of days into March and then just see, you know, what was sold over the month and a few days and forward that. Because I know some people are going to be watching this a few days in. So we are not offering any discounts on merchandise this, you know, right now, because we want that money to all go to Magnolia. So if you're looking at perhaps picking up some merchandise, picking up a shirt or something, that would be a really, really good time. Now, I saw Tango was talking a little bit in the comments about his socks. I know he's picked up some box socks and a couple of different colors. Tango says, so now she has purple and black. And Tango, I can't remember, what was her first color that she picked? You know, there's certainly a couple of different colors which are kind of fun. You know, lots of different socks, lots of different merchandise. But it's, you know, we all do what we can to support the flock. And, you know, here I'm just asking for your social media feed. Share out Magnolia's story. You know, we don't get anything for posting it. We're not monetized or anything, but and we can't collect donations here directly. But I can say, hey, go click that link, donate. Hey, go watch their story and tell their story. Let's tell the world what happened in Texas. So that is very, very cool. All right, everybody. In 4 minutes' time, we have a premiere happening of the story from Magnolia. You're going to find that right here on YouTube. If you let me see here if I can paste in the. Hey, I think I just did. I think I just pasted in the link for that. I pasted in the link for something. It might be a surprise what I pasted. Oh no, that one is Surviving the Storm. So that one is coming up in 3 minutes time. So as we say farewell for the live stream, I want everybody to pop over there and join me in the chat. We're going to be monitoring the chat. It's a live stream, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on, about the flock. I want to hear your reactions to what's happening on that video, and Max will be watching it along with you. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to pop over there, and I'm going to kick up the chat over there as soon as this stream ends. So thank you, everybody, for your support, and we'll see you in a couple minutes. And we will be streaming next week, as always. Thanks, guys. Bak bak.